Arne Pro Sales. Can you tell me what your objectives at this market at Mediatech have been for this year?
You know, we've been in the business for close on 28 years, and we hate exhibitions, but we found last exhibition 2 years ago that the exhibition really worked for us. We did a lot of sales afterwards, during the exhibition, and obviously awareness for us.
And specifically this year, have you found it to be slower or quite busy, or what has your impression been? And also feedback back.
Let me say this. On my stand, there's always action.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we've got everything that the customer wants. We don't just put the big equipment on, the 3 or 4 items that 3 or 4 people can afford. We put everything on. Across the board, people can buy from us a battery, they can buy from us a 9 million rand system. We have, to date, we have done some excellent business. We've done one deal that will cover a third of my costs.
Do you find that there's more interest from Africa, or more people coming from Africa to Mediatech, and more business being done in Africa?
I found, or I think, you know, one never knows, but I found this year that the Africa contingent was lower than I believe 2 years ago. But that might be, I might not have spoken to all of them, you know, there's not just me on the stand, you know, so, but I think it wasn't quite as hectic from Africa this year.
Is that, I mean, obviously there's recession going on globally. Do you think how has that affected the business, or how will that affect the business in the next few years?
I believe it's affected a lot of companies, but it definitely has not affected us. We have been, in the last 7 years, we have been on a trend that was been upwards. Last year we doubled the upwards trend to our normal, and we have been as busy this year as we have been over the last 7 years. We really do not see a recession.
Just be unique.
Well, you know what? You know, I'm a firm believer in what you sow is what you reap. So if you work hard and you put in all the time, and you know, I do not believe in business as selling something. I believe in business building relationships. And we've been building relationships for the last 30 years. And you know, that's what pays. You know, years ago, a very good friend of mine, he was a pastor. He made this statement, he said, make your customer your friend, because in bad times, your customer will not look after you, but your friend will.
Sure.
And so that's my philosophy.
So there's a philosophy behind the business.
That's it.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And what are some of the new products that you've got available at the market? Do you want to discuss or take us through any of them?
Yeah, look, in a nutshell, let me say this. I do not go to NAB anymore. I do not go to IBC anymore, because I can actually drink beer cheaper here if I wanted to. I go to the East, and I have been, and I'm again going to China in August.
That's probably quite a shrewd also business decision, because China is, you know, a big market.
Absolutely. But apart from that, one has to look and see where every product comes from. If you look at the Sony product today, it's manufactured in China. If you look at certain German products today, they're manufactured in China. So why go through the middleman if you can go straight to the factory? And that's what we've been doing. So all the products we have and that we've been successfully moving have been
directly from China.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And do you want to mention any of them? Any of the products that you got on the stand?
A product that we've had for quite a while is the Swit battery.
Okay.
And you know, when we brought it out first, everybody said, yeah, Chinese.
Cheap.
Yeah, cheap, you know. And in the last 7 years that we've been selling, we have definitely taken the market in terms of batteries. We sell more batteries today than any other manufacturer, and I would believe all the other manufacturers together.
What is the advantage of this battery? What makes it so in demand?
Number one, the capacity of it is bigger than most of the other manufacturers, and secondly, we are about 40% of price of average well-known brand names. 40%.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's huge. And you know, the moment the rental companies bought in, the whole world bought in.
Yeah.
You know, and in this country certainly, all the rental companies use Swit. They have all the chargers and everything that goes. We now have a range of Swit monitors, portable monitors for the cameras, and so it's become a very entrenched brand in this country. And recently, 2 years ago, we started selling a new tripod called Second. And
Also from China.
Also from China. Now, this one is a top copy of a German product.
Okay.
And you know,
They're not copyright infringement then?
Well, you know, that we've had everybody on our tail, but we didn't manufacture them, we just sell them, you know. But the fact is, when we first brought them in, I will not sell a product unless it's been okayed and I know it's going to add value to the customer rather than backfire on me. So we had them checked out. We had them stripped down to the bare bone and checked out. And what the guy said was, they are so well copied that you can actually swap the parts with the original.
You won't tell the difference.
You won't tell the difference. The only difference is the main part.
That can be looked at as a negative or as a positive, depending on you.
The original product is the top-selling tripod in the world. So you know it's a positive. But the other positive is that our price is the third of And so you know it's economics for all of us, and because we supply it to the customer and to an economy that is going down, we're supplying and I wouldn't say an equal product, but a very good quality product.
Economical.
Much more economical. Obviously, we are continuously selling, and we have never had an idle moment in the last 7 years.
That's good. And the other question: do you find that that it's more of a rental market now, or do you find that more people are actually looking at buying cameras?
You know, it's difficult to say if it has changed. I believe the rental market is flourishing. I believe the private market, the freelancers, is equally flourishing. Where what we find is obviously people are trying to buy smaller cameras to do the bigger camera jobs, but because we are also in the used equipment market, we obviously sell a lot of used equipment, and the guy who can't afford new will now buy used, and that is a twofold thing. Number one, we are constantly selling, but number two, the guy who wants to buy new can now substitute his
second-hand.
The new with the second-hand. So he can buy new and not pay the full price because we're taking back the old camera. And
so there's an exchange.
It's an exchange, and that way we make two people happy. The guy who buys a new and the guy who wants to buy a second-hand, and you can't afford new. So. Yeah, we have been very successful this year. We did one deal with one customer that included 21 cameras.
Okay. And is that a broadcaster? Do you supply a lot to the broadcasters?
We do. We supply the broadcasters. That deal, incidentally, was with AFDA, the film school. They bought 12 new cameras. We took 9 of theirs back, traded them in.
And what brand? Or?
In this case, it was Panasonic. And incidentally, those 9 cameras we got back from them, we sold within 2 days.
And you sell both Sony and Panasonic?
You can never say that one brand is better than the other. There are certain brands that Sony might be better for a particular application, whereas Panasonic is better for another application. So
it depends,
we do not sell a product, we sell a solution. And that solution could mean Panasonic, it could mean Sony, it could even mean Canon or JVC or whatever, but we supply a solution, that's it.
I must say, like this Mediatech, it seems that the big catchphrase has been solutions. Everyone is becoming solutions oriented.
You know what? I have found maybe this is a bit tongue-in-cheek, but I've found over the years that when you pioneer, there will always be other people following. We have been doing solutions for a long time. It's only becoming a catchphrase now.
Exactly. And your impressions of the future of the industry, just to round off, what are your views?
I think the industry is cooking. That's my personal opinion. A lot of people might differ. I personally think we are on the cook. I think there's a lot of stuff happening, and I think with the new, and I don't want to get political, but you know, I think with the new government in place, a lot more international companies are more relaxed as to what is going to happen here, and I believe a lot of extra work will come into Africa.
On that note, Arne, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.